we're going to peer into the crystal ball, and we're going to make 7 predictions about what the future of this display advertising industry could look like 5 years from now in 2015. And Randy promised that he was going to have us back in 2015 to see how well these predictions have stood up to the test of time. So without further ado, let's move on to prediction number 1. Barry.
So prediction number 1 is all about video. And you folks are familiar with what the analysts that cover our space are saying. They're basically saying that video ads will be the single largest driver of the digital media marketplace. And it's hardly surprising, right? We all know that video offers full sight, sound, and motion. And what that's enabling us to do is create engaging ad units that are completely immersive, and it's helping us start to push the boundaries of creative innovation beyond anything that we know today. So right now, today, the volume of video that is up on the internet is already beyond staggering. Let me share with you just one data point. Today, 24 hours of new video content is uploaded to YouTube every single minute. Those numbers are staggering, and the user base has shown this incredible tenacity to search through that content, to find the content that is most relevant and interesting to them, the content that they choose to watch. Well, folks, we believe that those same principles will drive the development of video advertising and video ad units online. In fact, our research shows that both advertisers and users are demanding video ad formats that give users both choice and control. And folks, advertisers can and will demand to only pay for the ads that their users actually see, the ads that their consumers choose to watch. So our first prediction against this proliferation of video is that 50% of online ads by 2015 will have an element of video in them bought on a cost-per-view basis.
So as we've all seen recently, and as the TV advertising industry experienced decades ago, the display advertising space is shifting to an audience buying model for more relevant and effective ads. The most significant trend from a technology perspective in this area is something called real-time bidding. As many of you know, real-time bidding allows advertisers to use data and technology to decide in real time the price that they should pay for a particular display ad, and also what that ad should look like, millions of times over on an impression-by-impression basis across the entire internet. So something that used to take months or weeks to decide and build now can happen in the blink of an eye through real-time bidding. And of course, this allows advertisers to get the best possible value for their display marketing campaigns. And at the same time, publishers can be assured that for every impression on their website, they get the highest amount of revenue possible because the ad goes to the advertiser that values that impression the most. And as evidence of how strong this trend is, in the last year alone, the volume of transactions that occurred on Google's DoubleClick ad exchange more than tripled. So think about that. In a single day, we do more transactions on that ad exchange than all the stock and bond trades on all the world's financial exchanges combined. But this is just the beginning. So here's the prediction. In 2015, 50% of all display advertising that's targeted to a particular audience will use real-time bidding. So that's great, and of course it generates results for advertisers and publishers, but how can you actually visualize the power of this real-time display advertising? Well, as some of you may know, Google acquired a company called Terracent a few months ago. And Terracent uses algorithms to dynamically optimize the creative elements within a display ad across the internet millions of times over on a page-by-page basis using a huge array of signals for that optimization.
So some of you in the audience may be familiar with Google's philosophy of mobile first. For those of you who aren't, quite simply, it means that every single thing that we do every day at Google is with the philosophy and the attitude of mobile at front of mind. So you've all heard the pundits speak. They've told us that by 2014, mobile internet users will overtake fixed internet users. So our prediction for 2015 is that advertising will also be mobile first. And by that we mean that the mobile screen will be the first screen that consumers engage with brands across. And they'll do that across phones and other mobile devices.